Good morning. Today I will talk to you about goal number 6, Sustainable Development Goals on clean drinking water and on sanitation. Water is going to be a very scarce commodity in the times to come. It will be very difficult to have enough water. The cities like Chennai, Johannesburg are already having difficulties, and we do not have as yet very advanced low cost technologies to convert sea water into drinking water. So drinking water will be a very difficult proposition. What should be done? The solutions are: first, we should promote rain water harvesting systems. Innovations can be done. A lot of innovations can be done. Innovative technologies can be prepared, can be popularized in the field of rainwater harvesting. So rainwater is the best water, and this can be used for drinking purpose, this can be used for agriculture, this can be used for various other purposes. So effort should be made that we are able to store, protect and preserve large quantity of rainwater, as much as possible. So that will help us. The second thing that we have to do is that we have to revive traditional water resources, right? Right now it is a very crisis time because of corona, right? In earlier times also we used to have crisis. Look at the strategies that the kings adopted at that time. I give you the example from my own city, Bikaner. In 1900, there was a huge crisis, entire world, which is called Chapani, and that was a very difficult time. And because of drought and all these conditions, the king of Bikaner started formulating plan. What should be done to help people? So he started a plan to construct Gang Canal, and he employed large number of people in that project so that he could give them employment. I will request at this time every district government, every state government, every local administration authority to start developmental work in villages, right? Because corona is not there in villages as of now, so they should immediately start construction works in villages. For construction of good quality schools, for construction of good quality hospitals in villages. Every village should have one hospital, one good school, and they should construct and revive old ponds, old water reservoirs, right? They should, every village should take this kind of initiative, and they should also start construction and development of village roads so that villages are well connected with cities, and they should start development of essential infrastructure in villages. So all these initiatives should be undertaken so that people stop migration from villages to cities, people stop migration from one state to another, people start getting some jobs, because it is very important that we should provide employment to people. In cities, employment is not possible now, but in villages it can be undertaken easily without any problems. So it should be undertaken so that people start earning something, because this is very important, right? People should earn something, and thereby they can lead a good life. People do not want to borrow from others, people do not want to beg from others, people do not want to depend on others for their source of basic income. So these kinds of schemes, and this will help the government in constructing world-class infrastructure in villages, and sooner or later it will help us in converting our villages into smart villages, right? Right now the village infrastructure is very weak, because the government has allocated most of the funds toward development of the cities and metropolitan cities, which is not giving any kind of rewards, but it is only destroying the Indian economic system, because India is basically a village economy. So no planner is giving attention to this, but I want to request everybody that we should advocate that the government should come forward for development of infrastructure in villages, convert every village into a smart village. If we have good infrastructure in villages, this will help us tremendously, and in the future, when this kind of corona crisis or any such crisis takes place, our villages will be there to help our economy in growing. Even today, the government should take measures to develop the villages. Earlier the better. And if this is done, I can assure that Indian economy will revive faster than anyone who can imagine, because industries in cities, in metros, industries in Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore, Hyderabad may not be able to revive now because of the corona crisis. But in villages, they can easily revive. Small cottage industries, home industries, or informal economy based industries, they can easily revive. Our agriculture can revive, and the development of good education, good hospitals, and ponds, and all these things, and rural infrastructure, development of roads to villages can be easily undertaken at this time, and this will help large number of people directly and indirectly. Now I'll also talk to you about sanitation. Drinking water and sanitation, these are very important issues. Sanitation is one such thing for which the government of India has also come forward and started one Swachhalaya in every home, and the government is giving financial incentives, also financial support to the poor people. So these kinds of initiatives are very important. Sulabh Swachhalaya, on this kind of NGOs should come forward, right? Sulabh Swachhalaya is a very good model. You can study it. It's you can search on Google. And it was started by Mr. Bindeshwar Pathak, and it is not government, but it is a purely volunteer activity spread out all over India. In every railway station, every bus stand, you will find Sulabh Swachhalaya. But this is not enough. We need far more such kind of initiatives, right? So this kind of initiative should be taken up. I still remember interacting with Mr. Ishwar Bhai Patel. You can search on Google. He established an organization, Environmental Sanitation Institution. His work was pioneering institution in Gujarat. He went in villages and encouraged everybody to adopt modern systems for sanitation and things like that, way back in 1930s, 40s, and 50s. So his work is commendable work, right? So I was fortunate to interact with him. We need many more such initiatives in this field, and we also need to have systems for good the management of our resources, natural resources, which is equally important, and we have to take a lot of steps towards development of our infrastructure in villages. So with these points, I'll close this discussion.